Hello there, Aries. My name is Sherry Simpson. I am a transformational life coach. My coaching background is in the law of attraction and universal laws of manifestation. I also work in the Akashic Records, so I work with releasing past lives and blocks and restrictions and limiting beliefs. And I help people with their health as well. I have medical intuitive skills where my empathy and my psychic abilities allows me to tap into people along with the Akashic Records and my connection with other people's guides. I'm just doing a little shuffling here for you, Aries. And I can help people to release things in their bodies, which brings me to your reading today, Libra. I'm sorry, Aries. I'm an Aries now. The Aries energy I was playing in before I turned the video on, and I love my Aries friends and family members. They have more green, their ability to grow things. They have greener thumbs, greener pieces of thumbs than I have in my entire body. So I always adore the Aries because you have this way with plants that I can't even fathom. It's like you can grow anything. You're all very creative, and you're very earthy. And um, what I wanted to pull forward for you today. Today is February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. We are ending an eclipse cycle with the energy of the year 2000. And so 18 years ago, I want you to think back about what was going on then and what kind of situations you were in. What were you thinking? What were you feeling? And tap into being able to close that cycle. And now, as the new moon comes in February, allowing yourself to create a new beginning. So, over the next 3 to 6 months, and this is your first card. Yes. Over the next 3 to 6 months, you are capable of tapping into who you are at a soul level, what your intuition is guiding you to, and tapping into what it is that you want to now create after releasing that energy that's been with you for the last 18 years. And so what do I do in these readings? I usually pull 4 cards, and I'm pulling the cards based on the 4 bodies. So in the work that I do, I believe that we have a physical body. We're physical in nature. We are spirits living in a physical planet, having a physical experience. So the first card is about the physical experience in terms of actual physicality. It could be physical relationships. It could be physical signs and symptoms in the body, but a physical nature, a physical. I'm a human ego person on this planet. I also believe that we have a mental body, and in that mental body, that's in the 4th dimension around us, are our thoughts, and the thoughts that we continue to think become beliefs, and that pattern of beliefs that we've been carrying forever is how we live our life. We live our life based on our beliefs. And because they're based on our thoughts and our past and our history and our experiences, then our beliefs and our lives are unique. They're authentic. They're our own. And Aries, it's very interesting with your beliefs from the Aries that I know. It's almost as though you believe that everyone has the same level of experience and capacity and abundance as you. So it's almost as though you have this expectation for the people around you that they're going to meet your expectations, because you have this belief almost that if your life is this way, then other people should be this way too. And it's very noble of you. But everyone has free will, so not everyone needs to follow the same beliefs, and not everyone has the same thoughts, and not everyone has had the same life experience. So it's often that Aries can be sort of controlling, and many of you can be so so eager to be perfect, to do things in such a big and grand and perfect and beautiful and caring and loving. Many of you are like nurses and caregivers and teachers aides and all of those wonderful things, but you have a tendency to want to control and for things to want to be perfect, and for your expectations to be pushed on to other people or to be associated with other people. And then perhaps you could be let down when other people aren't meeting your expectations. But they have free will and they've been through different things and they have different thoughts and they have different beliefs. So they don't necessarily need to meet your expectations. So the way that I do these readings, I was mentioning that I use the 4 bodies. So one, I do physical body, mental body, which is your thoughts and beliefs. The next body I pull a card for. So those are the first two cards I pull. The next card I pull is for emotional. All of the Aries I know are deeply emotional, but they tend to give more than they allow themselves to receive. And they don't necessarily step into a place of self-care, and they tend to people please. Many of us do. I'm a Scorpio, and I tend to people please too. And I don't set boundaries the way I believe that boundaries should be set. And so it's one of those things we just learn. And so you may have an expectation that what you give, you will automatically receive. And then maybe you may resent other people that you're not receiving what you're giving, but they see the world differently than you. And their emotions are different than yours. So the third card will be an emotional card. And the fourth card is literally about our spiritual connection. So what does spirit and guidance want to bring you today, Aries, based on the next 2 weeks in February, based on releasing the eclipse energy and based on moving forward and new beginnings and what it is that you're going to be co-creating with your inner and highest self and with your source as you move through 2018. So I was laughing when I pulled the first card because the first card that jumped out for the physical card was lead. And this is very interesting because I do see Aries as being masculine regardless of who you are. You're a very confident, forward doing, dominant, almost masculine energy, people, group, society. You are definitely leaders. You have the capacity to lead in any way you want. And I think one of the physical things that you want to pay attention to is, are you leading because you want to or because you have to? Are you allowing yourself to give and receive from this leadership place? So number 4 is about balance. It's also about masculine doing, giving energy. And you can overgive that. And if you're overgiving that in a physical way, then you can be stopping yourself from receiving because you're not balancing your spiritual side, your emotional side, your female side. And that means that your relationships aren't necessarily balanced. So this gentleman here, this leader, has someone behind him who is following. It's a replica of himself. So it is almost as though you are leading and you have this expectation that the people who are following you and the people who are connecting and interacting with you are replicas of yourself. And so stepping into that place where you're allowing people to be their own true selves rather than being what you're expecting them to be is certainly very important. And allowing yourself to create what it is you desire versus what you think needs to be done, and releasing the sense that being the leader needs to look and feel a certain way. So releasing that sense of perfection and leading from a place of, this is really what I want to co-create. This is really what I desire to bring into my future and to be my present. And so leading from that place of balance, because that is all about 4. And I've mentioned this before to people, and I mentioned this to someone in the past. I think it was the Libra reading, where I see the 4 as being a square right here, where we're allowing our intuition and our throat and our highest self to be balanced, and we're allowing our giving side on our right side of the body and the doing side and the receiving side and the feminine emotional side to create a nice square with that area below the heart where we store our self-confidence and our creativity and our ability to manifest things into the world. So if we don't have this square in the center of our body where we're leading and giving and receiving and being, where we're thinking and doing. So a lot of the Aries, you have this tendency to be either stuck in the top where you're doing a lot of thinking, or stuck in the bottom where you're doing a lot of doing. And if you can balance those things, then often you're not balanced in the receiving, so you cut off your ability to receive, and then you're really wide open in your giving. And then suddenly you close off the giving, and then you're wide open in the receiving. So allowing yourself to lead from a place of ultimate balance, and that is going to be healthy for you if you're not feeling healthy. So many fours have a tendency to do and do and do and do and go and go and go and go and then be exhausted. So balancing that as well, balancing your ability to lead and not setting the expectation that all of the people following you, because people want to follow you, you have that capacity to lead. So expecting the people to bring their own creativity, to bring their own type of perfection, to bring their own characteristics and qualities and strengths and talents to you, to the situation, to whatever it is that you're creating, and for you to be able to lead in a way where you're allowing the people who are following you to express those things. So making sure that you're leading from a place of, I know that the people around me have ultimate talents that I don't have, and it's okay for me to delegate and to step into a place where I'm allowing the people who are following me and helping me to share their own gifts and talents, and for you, Aries, to be able to delegate in a way that is allowing your energy to stay balanced, and to release that sense of perfection, and to tap into creativity in a way maybe that you haven't been able to do in the past. You're all very creative, and you're all very great leaders. But I get the sense that you can do that in a much more balanced, healthier way, and physically that's going to be better for you. So let's tap into what is going on for you at this point in time in terms of your thoughts and beliefs. Is there a transition or a new beginning or a change that needs to happen with the thoughts that you keep thinking that create the beliefs that you have that draw in things to you? So the card that came out was Love Abounds. It is a number 1 card, and it is in reverse. So I get the sense that perhaps you are thinking, I'm just tapping into this for a second. There's definitely a shift, I think, that you can create if you allow yourself to do so, about what love looks like for you, about what you think and believe about love and how it comes to you. So love is everywhere. Love is all around us. You give it and you give it and you give it. Can you allow yourself to receive what you give? Can you allow yourself to receive from yourself what you're capable of giving to other people? Can you allow yourself to receive from other people the love that abounds in ways that they are capable of giving and not how you expect it to be given? Breathe. So if you've been holding on to expectation and holding on to, I almost see you like holding the reins and struggling with the reins. I'm walking two dogs right now, and one of them is very big and one of them is very little, and they tend to want to go off in different directions. And I get the sense that you almost have this pattern of thoughts and beliefs that you've sort of been shifting and struggling with about expectations and your willingness to receive and to give and to control and for things to be perfect. And can you step into a place, a new place, a place of new beginning where regardless of what things look like or feel like or if they're perfect or not, they're all from a place of love. Can you see love in everything, through everyone, everywhere? I know you see it in the plants, and I know you talk to the plants. I know you see it in animals, and I know you adore animals. Can you do the same thing in personal relationships, in all personal relationships, if you have not been? So there are definitely people that Aries gets along really well with, and then there's other people that you just maybe don't understand, or you think they could be doing different or doing better. And can you be in a place where you're releasing the expectations that you have on other people and just allowing them to step into whatever they choose to be, because free will is so prevalent. We have the ability, each of us, to be whatever we want to be, and to allow the love in that we're capable of receiving and giving. And can you step into a place where the love that you receive from this person is the love that they're capable of giving right now, and the love that you receive from that person is the love that they're capable of giving right now? And can you step into a place of, the more love that I give and receive to myself, the more capacity I have of inspiring and motivating others to do the same for themselves and to bring to you. So I get the sense that there's a thought and belief pattern that you have about certain people, about love, that maybe you're playing on old patterns that have been repeating, old thoughts that have become beliefs, that person is never going to be or present love the way that you want it, or the way that you think that they could or should, or in a way that feels perfect or right or giving. There's definitely something to do with the throat chakra there, about listening and about speaking, about communicating, about allowing, about judging, about all of those things. So can you leave the thoughts and beliefs that are no longer serving you in the past and create new thoughts that are going to create new beliefs, that are going to create new beginnings with this new energy, that are all about love no matter what they look like, that are all about love no matter what you have thought about them in the past, or the beliefs that you've had, or the beliefs that other people had that don't match yours? Can you allow it all to be about love? Because love looks different to everyone. We are all unique. We are all human. We all have the same body parts. We're all the same on the inside, but we've all been through different things. So can you allow love to abound in all places, with all people, in all relationships, releasing the past and setting the beliefs on a new beginning? Let's see what your emotions are going to say about that. You are very, very, very Aries, very kind, very living, loving, and living, because you plant so many awesome living things. And many of you just really adore animals, and you adore everything that's alive. You adore everything that is nature. Tapping into emotions. What is it that can guide you and help you right now as you release things through February, as we end this eclipse season and move into a new emotional place. Jump down here. Isn't that interesting? All right, so the card that we pulled up first was a 4. And 4 is about balance. It's about masculine. It's about doing. It's about giving. And number 1 is about new beginnings. It's about independence. It's about, well, the root chakra is about everything that we need to survive. But the 1 is literally about manifesting things very quickly, being very independent, being very masculine, really. But what I wanted you to notice was that the 4 and the 1 came out here as the physical and the mental, and now the emotional is a 5. So when we add the 4 and 1, we have a 5 here. So you're transforming your physical and your mental thoughts with this 5, and that is going to help you transform. 5 is about transformation. This is about your emotions. So can you change your focus? So interesting how this one made me think that, can you change your focus on who is following you and allow their qualities to come forward so that you're seeing everyone and experiencing everyone as who they are and not necessarily who you expect them to be or want them to be, or as being replicas of yourself? And can you see love in everyone everywhere, almost the same way you see them in plants and animals? But can you now change your focus in terms of emotion, in terms of the physical, in terms of the mental and beliefs, so that when you do change your focus and you focus on things in the future? So many of us have, she's looking into the future, which is why I'm saying that, and she's sending doves into the future, which makes me think that the future is brighter and freer, and there's more freedom there. So changing your focus on whatever it is that you've been experiencing in the past, releasing those things that aren't serving you, releasing the expectations, releasing any ability to control or any need to control, releasing the sense that love only comes in certain ways or that it has to be felt in a certain way, and changing your focus to be love does abound and to be new and different. Because emotionally, you're a very loving and kind sign, Aries. Everyone I know who's an Aries has such a big heart that they do focus more on giving than receiving. So perhaps this change of focus is actually you focusing on, how can I tap into my inner self and balance the giving and receiving and balance the self-loving? And if you have not been loving yourself, if you've been focusing on others, can you change your focus to balance more on you so that you can come from a place of being full within, which is really going to make you a better leader and to be able to see that love does abound, because that change of focus to you, and it's not selfish for you to focus on yourself, even though I know it probably feels like it for you. But you need that. You need that sense of filling yourself up and coming to the world with that sense of I'm full, but not with that sense of everything needs to be like this, everything needs to be perfect, everything needs to be controlled. So allowing your focus to change in a way that you just see things and experience things differently. So maybe allow yourself to do some journaling where you're sensing the emotions that you want to bring forward and that you want to attract and that you want to feel more of. Because the more emotions that you feel of in the now, the more emotions that you actually are attracting to you. So if you want to attract more success into your life, then find more ways to feel successful now. Start writing in a journal all of the things that you've experienced that have brought success to you, and focus on those things about how successful you've been, and then you have this essence of success that is around you, and then you attract more success. If you are looking to experience more love in more different ways, then focus on the love that you already have, focus on the love that you have for yourself, focus on the love that you see in the garden, that you see from your pets, that you have from your significant other, and the love that already abounds in your life, and be so grateful and so accepting and so appreciative of those things that it's as though you're encompassing yourself in a cloak of love in order to be able to transform and create more receiving, because I know that you're an overgiver. All my Aries friends and everyone I know who's an Aries has a tendency to overgive and underreceive. So can you change your focus to be more balanced, to be more self-loving, to be more attracting, but not from a place of expectation or control, but from a place of the people who I am leading are not like me and they have their own qualities. So it's okay to receive love from other people in a different way than you're giving. This reminds me of the book that Gary, I can't remember his last name, the book, The Five Languages of Love. We have a tendency to give love the same way we expect it to be received, and the planet just doesn't work that way. So some people, if you read his book, he believes there's 5 different languages of love. Some people show love as acts of kindness. Some people show love as gifts. Some people show love as words, like telling you that they love you. And some people show it as hugs and actual physical contact. So if you know your language and you're giving out your language to other people and expecting them to actually give love back to you in your language, then it doesn't always happen because people don't speak the same language. It's like going to China and expecting them to understand perfect English if they don't know English. You don't speak the same language. So can you change your focus in a way that allows what it is that you're thinking and believing to allow you to attract the emotions that you desire and deserve from that place of leading by example, but being open to receiving in different ways? And I get the sense that this card means more than that for you. I get the sense that there's still some kind of legacy that you want to create. There's some kind of change in an emotional way, and the hair on my arms is standing up, that you want to present to the world, that you're ready to start co-creating with your intuition and with your source and with this group of people who you know are going to lead, who you're going to lead. And from that place of leading with love, but not from overgiving. So you're leading from love in a place of balance and loving yourself and loving others, of giving and receiving. But I get the sense that there is this passion and this purpose and this greatness and this bigger thing that you want to do that maybe you've been holding yourself back from. And now it's time to do it. It's time to change your focus on whatever it is you have been doing and celebrate all of those things that you have accomplished and that you have done and that you have controlled and that you have achieved, and then change your focus to what it is that you want to co-create now, and just allowing yourself to do that. And allowing yourself to call in the people who are going to help you from that place of love. If you don't know exactly what this is, do some meditation, do some yoga, ask for clarity, call in your angels and ask them to provide more information. Because I get the sense that there is this need or desire to transform the world around you, the people around you, the situations around you in a different way. And maybe you'll have been expecting that to happen based on your thoughts and beliefs, but maybe not on your feelings. So maybe there's a disconnect that has been there, that you're thinking and believing, but you're not feeling that you're capable, or you're not feeling that the people that you're leading have been capable, or you're not allowing yourself to balance the giving and receiving, so it hasn't come to fruition yet. But some kind of change of your focus and of your talents, I'm getting, is going to help you bring that forward. Oh yeah, that really made the hair on my arm stand up. So let me see what Spirit's guidance is for you in this place of new beginning, in this place of connecting in with your highest self. And that one is definitely, two of them came forward for you. Yes. So I get the sense that it is time for you to bring in new vitality. And so perhaps this sense of expecting and controlling, and I'm not saying all Aries do that, but Aries is one of the signs who has that tendency to expect certain things, or to be controlling because of fear of certain things. And I get the sense that if you release the expectation, if you change your focus, that this whole new vitality will come to you, that's going to allow you to blossom into what it is that you want to create. So I love the Blossom card because it is about this woman, you allowing new vitality. And I love this card because this woman is like creating with her hands. Because Aries, you are a very like in the earth, in the planet, in nature. Some of you are actually going to create a new product. Like maybe you're going to create a new product where you're doing things with herbs, or with essential oils, or with some kind of thing that you're concocting, that it's going to be extremely beneficial and healthy for the planet. It's going to be like nutritious and like a superfood or something like that. But number two is that solar, or sacral area, that sacral chakra, that birthing new things. So new vitality, allowing yourself to change your focus, to bring new vitality into you, into what you want to create. And this is funny because these are all the colors of the rainbow. And one of the things that is interesting about Aries, from what I know of the Aries in my own life, and this is making the hair on my arm stand up, so many of you maybe need to hear this. Aries tends to have sort of a black and white expectation about right and wrong, about perfection or not being good enough. And so I get the sense that if you change your focus to seeing a variety of colors, and to seeing things being more vibrant and more expansive, and to allow the people that you lead to be of all different colors, to be of all different natures, to be of all different thoughts, and to have different choices, and have made different choices than you, then this is actually going to fuel you, as though you are going to be able to use their energy in a way that's going to allow you to blossom and create this thing that you want to change and transform. I'm getting the hair on my arm standing up again. So using your talents and gifts of leading others from a place of love, because I know that's where you come from, changing your focus to be able to use those things and release what hasn't served you, and to see it in a new way, as though you're filling yourself and your focus and your creativity in a new way to create new vitality. I get the sense that you're actually going to create a product, and maybe that will be like an art product, maybe it will be an antique store, or something that you're creating a product, like a physical product, but that you are going to use your skills and talents of physical creation to blossom something, to build something, to create something that doesn't already exist. So it's like you're going to put your own creativity and your own shift around something that is innovative, that is colorful and vibrant, that is really a change of focus from what you normally do. It's almost as though you're ready to step into a place of allowing the identity of yourself to come out and show in a way that you haven't yet. This is going to be a big year for you, Aries. And I get the sense that this month is where you're doing that new beginning. You're planting the new seeds so that they can blossom when you're ready. So maybe you are doing a lot of the thinking, you're maybe still doing some releasing, you're maybe still allowing new vitality to come in and expand, and allowing your focus to shift and planting those seeds so that you can bring this thing that you really want to focus on and create forward. August, I'm getting August. July, August. So I get the sense that whatever it is that you want to create, or whatever it is going to come into either fruition or to come into something that is more structured and tangible for you by July or August. Like the fruits of your effort and this new vitality and this different way of loving and this different focus and this different way of you leading the people who really want to follow you is going to come to fruition and blossom. But you are going to need to use your creativity in a totally different way. And this is actually going to vitalize you. You're going to feel really excited about this, but it's different. It's going to be something different that you might not have expected yourself to expect it. See, expectation. That you may not have expected yourself to do. But it's going to be something you've probably been thinking about for 18 years. Maybe it's been like ruminating. And I used that word in someone else's video as well. Maybe it's been in there and it's been cultivating and it's been shifting and transforming, and now you're ready to change your focus on actually bringing it to fruition. I get the sense that you have everything you need. You just need to focus and plant the seeds and allow yourself to call in all of the different characteristics and all of the different help that you need, because it is going to be different people different from yourself, that are going to step into their own way of loving that is different from yours in order for you to blossom and create what it is you're meant to do here. I'm excited for you. It's definitely a time of new beginning. It's definitely a time of planting seeds. It definitely is a time of you changing your focus. And it's innovative. It's not something that everyone else is doing. It's something that uses your skills and your talents in a different way. It's earthy, it's unique, and it's totally going to be you. And I'm really excited because I want to know what the Aries are going to create. So if you have any comments or questions about this video, if you want a personal reading about yourself, about your Akashic records, or about healing anything physical that may be preventing you from bringing that new vitality into your life, or from allowing you to blossom, then connect with me for sure. And I can help you. If I don't resonate with you and you are ready to bring that new vitality and new love and new change of focus in, then make sure you find someone and ask for help if you need it. Because it's definitely time for you to blossom and to create. And I see you creating something innovative and something earthy. So I look forward to seeing what all of the Aries create over the next about 6 months. So I'm getting July or August. So namaste, Aries. Have a beautiful February. I look forward to hearing from you and connecting with you soon. Have a beautiful rest of the day and rest of February.